I look like I just fell out of the 1940s. I'm trying to grow my hair out gradually, hence this interesting style. Anyway, hello. My name's Lizzie. I'm Anglican. In almost 4.5 months now, I'm going to be joining a community of religious sisters as a postulant. I've been trying to keep on my phone here questions that I've been asked about nuns and my own journey so that I can try and make videos answering the questions that people have been asking me because I thought other people might be wondering the same things. And one of the things that I've been asked is to explain why sometimes I use the word nun and sometimes I use the phrase religious sister. So here is a little video trying my best to explain the difference.
I will hold your people in my heart.
I recently made a video called What's a Nun, and you might find it helpful to watch that video before this one. But to go on from that one, there are loads of different kinds of nun, and each kind of nun has a different mission focus or a different emphasis that they feel called to. And so there are some nuns who feel called to a life of a lot of hours in the day praising God and a lot of intense intercession for the world. And so to live out that life that they feel called to, they don't actually need to leave their convent or interact with people because, and it doesn't mean that they're not engaging with the world, it just because they're probably praying for the world and thinking about the world even more than we are, who aren't inside a convent all day. But that those nuns that feel called to that more life of praise and intercession and little activity in the world, they would be described as being in enclosed orders, and all other types of nun would be described as being not in enclosed orders because they can go out of the convent and do things in the local neighbourhood or the local town, or they can interact with guests and visitors. So that the first group, who are in enclosed orders, sometimes people actually use the word nun very specifically to mean that type of nun. And then they sometimes use the word, or they often use the word sister, to describe the second group of nuns who are not in enclosed orders. And out of all the different types of sisters there are, quite a few might do stuff in their local neighbourhoods. Either they might have set up something themselves, like a food bank or a soup kitchen or a charity shop or something like that, and get local volunteers to help them with that. Or it might be that they join in local projects that are already underway locally, or they might link with local churches and help. So they're very active in the areas surrounding their convent. Or you might get sisters who don't necessarily leave the convent much, but that's not because they're part of an enclosed order. It's maybe because either they're not able to, because of either age or just physical restrictions or things, or it might be that they feel that God's actually asking their community to focus more on hospitality. So it might be that the way that they serve the church and the world is more putting on quiet days and retreats, or just having individual guests stay in their grounds, and they'd talk with the guests, interact with them, maybe help them pastorally and spiritually. And then you might get sisters or communities who do a bit of both of those things, the going out into local neighbourhoods and having guests. So that second group, who are not in enclosed orders, they do tend to get called religious sisters or sisters, because religious sisters is quite a mouthful. And even in these videos, I've been using the phrase religious sisters a lot, and I think I'm just going to, well, once you know that you're talking about nuns, or religious life, then I think I can use the word sisters now in these videos, which is a lot simpler. It's just if you're not used to these concepts, you wouldn't necessarily know that I'm talking about religious life. If I just used the word sister out of the blue, you'd think I was talking about my family. But in all of this, most sisters I've met, they're quite happy to be called nuns because that they know the difference between the two, or the distinction that often gets made. But they know that most people in the general public don't, and they're quite happy for people, it seems, to just use the word nun. But yeah, from now on, I'm probably just going to use the word sister in my videos because it's so much simpler.